code. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now, thank you, man. Thank you. So now the way I use the smart money to identify valid structures is I want to show you. So when you come here, we have a valid law. I need to change the color. How do I do it? Okay. No, I can use this. So we have a high, and then price had a low, and then we make a low. Then when you come to Euro USD, we have a high, a low, and a low. But I want you to take note of this. The distance from here up to here, okay, and the move from here up to here. You can see the difference. What I'm trying to show you is that when price broke this structure on the British pound dollar, it moved about 84 pips. And then when we come to EU, it moved about 40 pips, which is okay. But according to my rules, if you paid attention in the previous video, this is not regarded as a breaking structure. This is a liquidity grab, because a breaking structure, I want price to continue going down up to at least close to 50% of this previous structure. So pay attention here. When price breaks structure, I want close to 50% of this move to be delivered here. And when price is retracing in this previous structure, I want also price to go up to 50% or beyond 50% to create another high. So I want to show you this. So for GBP USD, I have this, and now I'm going to get this. You can see from the high to the low, then I'll move it like this to here, and then extend it in time. All right, and this is what we have. So price delivered almost the same size from here to here. Price went through it and delivered almost 50%, almost 50% of this move. I said in one of his videos said, validating a structure, you can calculate up to 25 pips from a low to the new low that has been created. So from this low to here, you can calculate up to 25 pips. And then if it's beyond 25 pips, then it's a new low. But with me, this is what I use. I normally use the previous structure, and then I calculate how much price has moved. If price is almost up to 50%, it may not touch, that's okay. But it has to be close to 50% or lower, then that is a low. Now, this is a valid swing low. However, when we come to this pair, EU from here to here, and you can see if we move this in time, this could be maybe up to 20%. So this tells me that price is actually grabbing liquidity and not forming a new low. What just happened? All right, there we have it again. All right, and then so what I'm going to do is, once price has broken structure, and then I identify this is a grab of liquidity, my eyes takes me to this high to see what happens if price is going to take it. By the way, we haven't come to the level of entries. This is very reading a market structure. It has nothing to do with entries. Okay, so now price comes, takes out this high, and then I compare it with EU. EU takes the high, however, not as much as I would have wanted. So therefore, this, I regard it as a grab of liquidity and then a reversal. Now, when price comes back in the previous structure, I'm going to do the same thing from here to the low. So therefore, anything that is below 50% is my discount, and anything above 50% is my premium. That means I cannot look for buys in this area. I have to look for buys below 50%. Sometimes you will notice this in the charts that price would touch 50% and then reverse. That is valid. But at any point, price comes in this way, makes a low, and then it goes like this, right? You should be ready that at any point, price might reverse and then come back in the discount, and then it will liquidate everybody who entered right here. And this is why the trading, you need to have a lot of patience for price to play out the way it's supposed to. Now, so now price has, we put in this high with this low. Now this becomes my range, okay? Now the focus is on the GBP USD. Now price comes in my zone to buy, but then price has some consolidations in here for a few days, and then suddenly price takes a low right here. Now most people will say, okay, this is a smart money reversal because we have a high, a low, price breaks it, and now we're breaking this low. So when price comes back here, I should be selling, right? But according to the rules that I have shared with you, when price delivers this kind of move, this is what is known as the ICT Theta soup, right? It's a small move below, you know, the lows, and then price reverses. So this is not a break in the market structure. And this was an accumulation. And the way to verify that this is not a break of structure, check the correlating pair right here. This is that move. This is that low that has been taken out. You put a horizontal line, and there you are. Price doesn't go below it. Now, when the EU doesn't take out this low, we have to expect that price has to create a reversal structure in here to go up. And this is what you see next. A low is taken, you put in a high, a low, a high, we come back to test, and then price goes up. Now, another example right here on this pair is here. Price fails to take out our previous high, but we put in this high. Now, this high is an engineered liquidity. That means they will take it out. Even if price comes and touches here in this fair value gap, we expect price to go down, but you can see price went through it. So anytime you see price creating a high within our trading range, this becomes this becomes liquidity. How do I get this off? Anyways, you understand? This becomes our liquidity. This becomes your next target, and then the second one. Now, I want you to notice this. When price put in this high with GU EU, we created this higher high, which is higher than this one, which is higher than this one here. EU puts in a high, but GU doesn't put in a high. Now, most people, this is what I do. Those who have studied SMT, they would look to short this one that failed to make a higher high. When you come to me, I do not tell you to short this one. I advise to short the one that took a higher high, because this is the one that is grabbing liquidity, and if price has to go down, this is the one that has to give you more pips to catch a bigger move. So when you see price doesn't take a high, but here we take it, it means that this is a sign of a bearish move. Because remember, these are positively correlated, but if they make a move that is negatively correlated in a bullish manner, you expect price to go bearish. Exactly, Mano. Exactly. That's the point. You short the one that has grabbed the liquidity. All right. You short the one that has grabbed the liquidity because it will give you a higher return. And now you have to go in here. We haven't come to the entries. You have to go in here and look for the reversal because you already know that this pair is already, anyway, all these are European currencies. So this pair is telling you, hey, EU, it's not yet time to go up. So the smart money are grabbing liquidity to go short. Now, you short this one, price comes, and now GU goes below the lows. And this guy doesn't take the lows right here. If you're able to see, can you see that? This low is this one here. This one takes this low, but here we don't take it. What does this signify? You have to be patient and wait for a reversal because price is telling you, hey, we are going up. Many of the traders who trade ICT will look at this, the one that was stronger, because when price was going lower, this one stayed strong here. But then at SMB, my eyes go on this one. This is the one that I'm most interested in. Why? Because the smart money are interested in this one. All right. Now we come here. Now this was H4. I'm going to H1. Here is another thing. I'm going to remove all this so that I can start afresh. Now, price comes here. EU takes high. Then GU, I want to show you this. This move right here, it's this one here, not the second move. It's the first one. You can follow my my horizontal line. You can see it here, you go all the way down, it's here. So when GU took this liquidity, EU was moving down to the downside. While GU was taking this liquidity, EU was going down. This simply means that there is smart money involved grabbing liquidity. So your eyes should go on this one. But remember, in all this that is happening, we haven't forgotten that the market structure is bullish. So when you are selling here, you are basically selling to, remember, put your, okay, so we have the Zoom actually gives 40 minutes. I wasn't even aware of that. So from here to here, 50%. So if price gives you selling, it's coming in this structure. But remember, you are protected by this low. All right. You are still bullish until price takes out this low. So we go back to H1. you go in there and look for a reverse structure. If we go there, we are not, I'm not supposed to be sharing on the entries yet, but let's see if we had anything. Okay, so M5, nothing, but maybe M2. Yeah, if you put 50% from this level, price went through 50%, that means price is bearish. Otherwise, it shouldn't pass through 50% because this is a mitigation block. All this stuff is coming, guys. All this stuff is coming. Just be patient. I will share with you all this stuff about mitigation blocks and all that. Fair value gaps and then order block. You should have been setting in here. And we go back a little bit. And now, I think this is now New York session in here. Yes, it is. Now, this move, take note, this move with GU was coming to test this order block with fair value gap. And then this guy came and took out the liquidity that was not taken in London session. Now, you could be interested in shorting the one that is grabbing liquidity in here. But since this one also has grabbed the liquidity in London, and since this one has also broken structure, minor structure, not a major structure, a minor structure, you have to look at shorting this one, because this one has given all your confirmations. It has met all your confirmations: a grab of liquidity, a breaking structure, and a fair value gap, and an order block. Well, this one, you have to go in there to look for all these setup to happen. So in this one, I would favor shorting this one because it has presented all that I'm looking for. Now, as you are shorting this one, you are not looking at price taking this low because it's not likely to happen. It can happen, but because we have this structure that is protecting this low, your take profit has to be in here. So this is not a move that you can hold for days. All right. And do we have time so I can look for one more example? Is the new move on GU up to you mean on this one? Yeah. Now take it. If that is the question you're asking me, who is that again? Moses. Okay, now take it in time. Does that answer your question, Moses? So it becomes a valid swing high. All right. And I had one more example between NASDAQ and US 30, but ICT is going to be talking the next 13 minutes. What do you guys think? Should we close this one and start again, or can we schedule this for next time again so that we can attend our mentor's final speech on Twitter? What do you guys think? Moses, we start another one, bro. It's okay. Somebody's drawing on my screen. Okay, for screen of the week, if we could be mixed up with the next pages, we shall join ICT.
Hi, Fidel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So it's me, Manu. Yeah, I just wonder if I don't know what the next stage will be, anyways. And I don't know how much of this particular subject that you're gonna continue to talk about in the next stages. Um, so I mean, if there's not more than this regarding to regarding to what you're talking about today, perhaps still talk about this, finish up about this in the next session, and then maybe the next stages. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Mix it
That's
up.
all
I
right.
I, I don't know. I don't
I,
know what because I don't know what
most
the
of
next stage will be.
most of you guys are advanced and you find this stuff a bit boring to you guys, but then there are those who are just beginning and who find
Yeah,
this stuff so helpful. And I
yeah.
do understand for some of you that are advanced, you find this a bit boring. Hey, can you say some, advanced stuff, but
No,
then
not at all, not at all. I don't claim to be advanced. I understand what you're explaining, but me personally, yeah, I want everyone to learn, even those that have just started. If it means that you are going to touch on this again, it doesn't. It's no problem for me personally. I will attend all the sessions if I can, even if it's the most basic stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know
maybe,
what you're going
maybe
to
let's
teach
call
next
it.
time.
Maybe let's call it a day, and then let's attend ICT's final speech, and then let's see what happens next week. If I can arrange something that is, or maybe I can have two different meetings of those that I bid advanced and those that are just beginning. We can also discuss this in our private messages.
Yeah, sure, sure. No, I personally will attend everything. If it's basic, advanced, me personally, there's always something to learn even with basics. So, uh,
Yeah.
so I'll just mute
Okay.
myself just in case somebody else wants to talk.
Right. Well, let's pay our respect to our mentor, attend his meeting, his final speech, listen to what he has to say, and then I'm still available. I'll be answering your questions. Those are questions you can box me. I answer everybody like as soon as I can. I always answer everybody. And then um, let's see what we can learn by next week. I'll try to learn something that is a little bit advanced.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you guys.